3, 2, 1.
All right, friends, for this video, go ahead and let's start with our math notebook and pencil. So go ahead and get that now. We're going to turn to the next two clean sheets. We're going to number them 166, 167. 166, we're going to title Truth About Financial Institutions. And 167, we're going to title Financial Institutions. So go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so we started talking, about financial institutions. Said is that they were organizations or places that collect and lend money. So one of the ones we talked about was like banks. And that's not the only one. They also have places that are like savings and loans and credit unions. And we talked a little bit about those. So they're places that collect and lend money. So we're going to make that note in our notebook real quick. So financial institutions are organizations that collect and lend money. And some of the ones I said were banks, savings and loans, and credit unions. So let's write that down real quick. So we're going to talk about banks first. So I'm just going to make a note that says banks. So we're going to talk about banks real quick. Something that you can do at a bank is deposit your money. So you got to think, your income is your money that you earn from work, sometimes investments and businesses. So you're going to use that money or take that money that you've earned and you can deposit it into the bank. You can put it in the bank. So depositing is putting it in. You're putting your money in the bank. You're also providing yourself financial security. Now, we talked a little bit about financial security yesterday, but also financial security can be using your money wisely to plan for the future. So when you're putting your money into like financial institutions like a bank, you're making sure that it's safe and it's easier to plan for the future. Now, other than deposit, which is putting your money in the bank, there's what's called a withdrawal. And a withdrawal is taking the money out. So we have deposit, which is putting the money in. Withdraw is taking the money out. So let's make that note real quick. Taking money out of the bank is a withdrawal. So make sure you have that written down real quick. And we're going to add another one. Then you have what's called a balance. And a balance is the amount of money you have in your account. So if I've deposited $20 in my account, then my balance is $20. If I take out or withdraw $5, then my new balance is $15. If I add or deposit 10 more, now my balance is $25. So it's the amount that you have in your account. So make sure you have those written down. Okay, so now we're going to talk about loans, like loaning people money. Either being the person who loans the money or being the person that takes the money. So the first one we're going to talk about is a lender. A lender gives money to the borrower, expecting that it'll be repaid. So I'm going to lend you money, expecting that you will pay me back. Now remember, sometimes or most of the time with lenders, when they let you borrow money, when you repay it back, they charge you interest. So you have to pay extra. So we're going to make that note in our notebook. So the lender gives money to the borrower, expecting it will be repaid and usually charges interest. Now we're going to talk about the borrower. The borrower gets money with an agreement that they will repay it. So you're going to get the money in an agreement that you will repay it back. So let's add borrower, and that'll be our last one for this page. Get money with an agreement that they will repay it back, usually with interest. All right. So what I want you to do now is get the Truth About Financial Institutions sheet from the front table. All right. So I'm going to set my notebook and this paper aside because we're going to do that in just a second. I also need you to get a white piece of paper from the table group if you didn't grab one already. Sorry. So go get that if you need to. If you already have one, I want you to go ahead and fold it in half. And then you're going to cut it on that line where you just folded it. And go ahead and you're going to keep one and then take the other one and go put it back on the table group so that the PM class has one and they don't have to worry. Or the other class, sorry, because y'all are both watching this video. Just go ahead and put it on the table so that someone else can use it. Bam, we'll just say that. Okay, do that real quick. What I want you to do is I want you to take your fingertip, turn your paper sideways, and put your fingertip at the top of the paper. And then find where your knuckle is and make a little line. See my line? Now what you're going to do is you are going to cut straight across where you just made that little line. So then you have this little piece that you can throw away. So do that real quick. Remember to pause whenever you need to. Then you're going to take this bottom corner and fold it up and over. Then take this bottom corner and fold it up and over here. So now it looks like you have a rectangle on the top and then an upside down triangle. Because then when you open it up, you'll have that X in the middle. So go ahead and do that now. So one corner over, then corner over. So do that real quick. I'm going to title it Purpose of Financial Institutions. Then I want you to open it up and right under the title, this top flap right here on the right, I want you to cut along that line just to the middle. So just like that. Go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so the things that we said, reasons why we have financial institutions, we said that they keep money safe, they lend money, and they're good for borrowing money. I'm going to change this to lending money. Sorry. Lending money, borrowing money. So one on each flap. So go ahead and do that real quick. So real quick, we're going to fold this one back just a little bit. Fold this one and fold this one, like just under a little bit. There we go. I want you to write the word tuck and an arrow because then we're going to do something with this. So make sure you have it like that. Now, if I tuck this flap under, you have now made a pyramid as to what we use financial institutions for. Now, I'll show you how it'll stand up better once we glue it in our personal financial literacy. So get that booklet. We have our weekly allowance. We're going to go right here on this next page. So get that and a glue stick. Put one line of glue at the top on the back, and then we're going to glue it down onto that next page in our personal financial literacy book. And then now you'll see that when you tuck it under, your pyramid is a little easier to see. So do that real quick, and then we're going to go back to this paper. We're going to complete this sheet. You're going to read the statement, tell me if it's true or false, and then explain why or why not. So if it's true, why is it true? If it's false, why? And then down here, you're going to describe the purpose of financial institutions. When you're done, I want you to bring it to me to check, and then I'll tell you what you're going to do. All right. Let me know if you have questions.